Hey guys, it is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And as you guys can tell by the title of this video, God wanted me to share it. Of course, you know, I won't get into names or anything like that. God is not the author of confusion. God just wanted me to come and talk about the, as you guys can see, the title of the video, being betrayed by a close friend. Yeah, gonna be another one of those videos. Got my drink. Okay, so let me start off by saying we all have been, you know, betrayed or lost trust, you know, by someone. We've all experienced it, whether it was a family, a friend, a relationship, marriage, whatever. You know, I think at some point in our lives we all have experienced betrayal or someone letting us down, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna share my story. Okay, so let me start off by saying, you know, let me paint the picture, you know, give you guys a full picture. My brother had passed away. You know, just giving you a picture of what's going on. My brother had passed away, and shouts out to all my family, my sisters and my brothers. I love y'all because they do, you know, support my platform. Thank God for that. My brother had passed away, and I have 3 brothers, and one of my brothers had passed away. And so she was, you know, pretty much like a best friend. I mean, she wasn't my best friend, but she was, you know, really close to me, like almost. Anyway, so I had talked to her, and I said, hey, you know, of course she knew my brother had passed away and everything. And I said to her, I said, okay, I said, so at this time I had my first 2 girls. And I said to her, I said, okay, you know, my brother passed away. We got the funeral coming up. You know, I asked her way ahead of time once we found out, you know, when the funeral was going to be. I said, you know, can you come to my house and watch the girls? And she was like, of course, great. You know, she's watched the girls with me before. Of course, great, no problem. So, when it came down to the way we had it planned was she was going to come early the morning of the funeral. She was going to come early that morning. You know, funeral wasn't until later, you know, but she was going to come early that morning. That way that gave me space to take my time, get ready, go meet with the family, all that good stuff. So I said to her, I said, okay, well, you know, call me when you're on your way. And she was like, okay. That's how we had it all planned. She was going to come over the morning of the funeral early, like around 9 o'clock, early. So it got around 8 o'clock. I said, well, you know, let me just call her. You know, let me just call her to make sure she in place. And she's always been there. She's always been in place. I mean, I just want to say, you know, and of course, you know, if I have her watching my kids, you know, I got to trust her if I have her watching my kids. Like I said, we was close friends. She'd done it before. So it came the morning of the funeral, and I said, it was around 8. I said, let me call her. Let me just check in with her. You know how it is. We want to make sure people in place. So I called her. I wasn't getting no answer. Yeah. So I kept calling. I'm like, she not answering. I mean, you know, hope something ain't wrong, you know, because that's weird. I'm like, okay, you know, maybe she's asleep, but she's supposed to be here at 9. It's 8 o'clock. I don't know. You know, so I was like, kept calling, and it was like 8:30, and I'm like, okay, it's 8:30. I have not heard from her. I've been calling her since 8 for almost 30 minutes now. I'm calling her. You know, I'm already dealing with enough, already stressed out, already dealing with the death of my brother. Like, you know, I'm just, you know, and just a lot of emotions, you know, at this time. A lot of emotions, you know. Y'all can, you know, understand how I'm feeling. You know, I got a lot going on. I'm dealing with this, you know, and I'm like, you know, my brother passing away from MS, you know, multiple, you know, if you guys don't know, but yeah, you know, it was a lot dealing with that, you know, and I'm like, where is she? So I was calling, blowing her up, calling her family, calling her mom, calling her sister. I'm calling everybody. And I'm telling them, I'm like, what's going on? I can't find her. So everybody calling her, nobody getting a hold of her. So of course, in my mind, I'm like, okay, she knows she's supposed to be here. Of course, something wrong. I'm scared. So I'm calling her mom, calling her family, like, something ain't right. She ain't returning my calls. So it came to the time where it was time for me to go meet with the family, So I called another friend up and I said, hey, you know what I'm dealing with. She couldn't because she had to go to work. But I called her and I was like, hey, listen, so-and-so's supposed to watch him. I already told you that. But something going on. She answered her phone. I don't know what's going on. And she was like, okay. She was like, I'm going to call out of work and I'm just going to watch him for you. It's something important. My brother's funeral. So, anyway. So, on my way to take the kids to my friend's house. The other friend that's going to watch them now. And like I said, she called out of work to watch my kids for me. So, on my way to her house. My friend that's supposed to watch the kids, I saw on the call ID she was calling and I was like, oh my God, thank God she alright, So I answered the phone. I'm like, hey girl, what's going on? You alright? She said she's fine. I said, are you hurt? Everything? Oh, I'm fine. Girl, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I said, I called you a million times. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. She said, long story short, she went out of town with some guy, with some dude. Yeah. This is a true story. It's a true story. I'm not making this up. So yeah, she, whatever, some dude. I don't know if they was talking or what. I don't know. But it wasn't none of my business. But yeah, she went out of town the night before with the dude, and she was like, oh, I overslept. I thought I was gonna get up in time and get back in town time enough. And she was only like 30 minutes away. She's only like 30 minutes away. She wasn't that far. And she's like, oh, I thought I was gonna be able to get back in time for you. I'm so sorry. I said to her, and I'm gonna say the clean version, because I was living for God then. Don't get it wrong. Don't get me twisted. I was living for God then. But I'm going to get y'all a clean version today, because I'm still living for God. And I will always be living for God. I said to her, I said, you mean to tell me you went out of town with some dude when you knew my brother Frena was the next day you supposed to watch my kids? I said, you know what? The fact that you went out of town, you did what? Well, that's fine. That's not my business. You grown. But the fact that you didn't get back in time enough to do what you had committed yourself to do on the day of my brother's funeral. When I tell you I let her have it, I let her have it. When people say, oh, I put my religion, oh, I put it down for a quick second to give that girl what she needed. I sure did. God knows I'm not lying. I told her about her behind. I told her she was dead wrong. How she gonna do me like this? I gotta deal with my brother's dad. I gotta deal with his funeral. I went off on her. I told her, you ain't gotta ever worry about me again. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Don't be like that. I said, we is through. We is through. I said, you betrayed me. I said, how could you do this? I said, I don't even care who you was with. I don't care. I don't care you was with somebody. I don't care. The fact that you didn't get back in time enough to do what you had committed to me to do, what you had said you was going to do for me. I wasn't trying to go out to no club. I wasn't trying to go hook up with nobody. I was going to my brother's funeral. And you couldn't even be there. You couldn't even get back in town enough to do what you say you was going to do. I don't care if she came straight from his house to my house. I don't care. Girl, we got 2 showers. Use one of them, whatever. But I'm finna go. That didn't bother me. What bothered me is that what you had said you was gonna do, and what you had committed to me, you didn't do it. That hurt. That hurt me so bad. And I told you I was already dealing with my brother's death, my brother's funeral. I was already dealing with so much, so many emotions, in the family, and we were already dealing with so much. And you gonna do this? I let her have it. And I told her, and then let me tell you. So I'm saying to her, so where are you at? Are you here now? Oh, still wasn't in town. Oh, I'm on my way now. I said, you could be on your way all you want to. You could be on your way all you want to. Even if she was in town, even if she was down the street from me, I still wouldn't. I was taking my kids to my friend, my other friend, who had said that she called out of work to do it for me. Yeah. I don't care if you was down the street. You had already messed up. I was so angry. I was so angry, y'all. And like I said, I was dealing with a million emotions, you know. And I told her she not ever worry about me again. Ever. I was so mad. And I went to my brother's funeral, and I was just trying to calm myself down from that. And then I was just trying to focus on my brother's funeral, and I was just trying to deal with that and just get that over with. And I was just trying to deal with those emotions. And then when I left and when I picked the kids up on the way home, I was just bawling. And like, I was crying, you know, of course, too, about my brother passing. But I was just upset because I had been friends with this girl. I'm talking grew up together. Like friends. You know them kind. And I was so hurt. And I did. I'm telling y'all the God's honest truth. I didn't talk to her for about, I'm going to say about 6 or 7 years. Yeah, it was that long. It was that long because I held that unforgiveness in me all those years. I would see her, ignore her. She knew why. I would see her, ignore her, and I wouldn't say nothing to her. People would be like her family and friends would be like, oh, y'all been friends for a long time. You need to let that go. I said, no. I said, you know what she did. Y'all know what she did to me. And they was like, yeah, but you gotta forgive and move on. You gotta forgive and forgive and forget. I don't know why people say forgive and forget. I don't know why they say that. Why would I forget? I mean, I have forgiven, but why would I forget? Anyway, so yeah, about almost 6, 7 years, y'all. I was bitter. I was mad. I was angry at her. Unforgiving. Holding unforgiveness in my heart all those years. And one day, I saw her. And God said, you gotta let this go. You gotta let this go. And I was like, God, you know what she did. And God said, she apologized to you 1,000,000 times and you still holding on? Girl, move on. It's like God be talking to me, girl, move on. And I was like, God, you know what she did to me. And God said, you're taking the hurt that you felt when your brother passed and you're meshing it with what she did. God said there are two different kind of hurts. And God said, don't let the hurt that you felt losing your brother be the same hurt that you had when she betrayed you. God said, yes, she did. God said, but you can't, they not the same. They not the same. And I guess because I was feeling so many emotions then, you know, that it just kind of all got meshed together, you know. So I saw her and I just looked at her and she looked at me and she smiled, and I just kind of turned my head, and God said, you gotta let this go. God said, it's been almost 7 years. You gotta let this go. You know. And I said, God, you're right. You're right. You're right. I took a deep breath. And I walked over there. And I said, hey, how you doing? And she said, hey, girl. How you doing? I said, good. You know. And I gave her a hug. And I let it go. I let it go. I let it go before I got to her. It was like as I was walking towards her, God was just releasing it. God said, let it go. Let it go. Let the unforgiveness go. Just let it go. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Unforgiveness holds up your blessings. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So yeah. God helped me with that. And we're friends. Even, I mean, that was years. Oh my God, my brother passed away years ago. That's been years ago. Yeah, we're still friends. We're still friends. You know, honestly, I do have to be honest though. We're back cordial. You know, when I see her, we talk, we chat it up. You know, we call and, you know, text every now and then. You know, but I forgave and I moved on. You know, but honestly, like, I feel like things will never be the same between us, and they aren't, and they haven't been the same, you know. But I did forgive. God did help me with that. I did forgive. But you know, when things happen in relationships and friendships, you know, it kind of changes things, you know. It's like you forgive, but you ain't gonna forget. And it's like I don't hold it against her or anything like that. I honestly don't. It's the past. It happened. It took me years to get over it. I got over it and I moved on, you know. Okay guys, the devil is a lie. My camera trying to act up. But anyway guys, let me just, end this video by saying that I did forgive her. I did. I honestly did. I forgave her. I moved on. And like I said, we still talk on the phone. We still chatted up, be on the phone for hours, kicking about the good old days. All that good stuff, all that good stuff. But I'm telling you, unforgiveness is not something you want to be holding on to. Stops your blessings, slows them down, all that good, all that bad stuff. You want no part of unforgiveness. It's not worth it. It's not worth holding on to. It's not. And I know it's hard to forgive. It is. It's hard. I know. But we gotta do it. We gotta do it for ourselves. We gotta do it for ourselves. It's not for them. It's for us. It's between us and God. It's between us and God. So, yeah. I shared what God wanted me to share. You have to forgive. You have to forgive. You gotta do it. This is Erica Misha. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media at Erica Misha. That's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, of course, at Erica Misha, guys. Don't forget to go in the description box. Click on that link to my other channel. Show me some love and support over there. We're cooking, doing makeup, doing nails, all kind of stuff. Family vlogs over there, reviewing products, guys. It's a lot going on over there. So if you're into that, make sure you go in the description box and click on my second channel. Thanks, guys.